Well, okay, this is what the people on the after show were saying. They were saying that with the way Wells is, he could like be giving them a fake blood like thing because he's covering his tracks because of all the things that he's done.
Yeah.
And he heals fast too, so they haven't had time to really get a blood sample from him.
Yeah.
To really test what his actual blood type is.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could still be him, but I don't really think that he's the Reverse Flash that killed his mom.
No.
I think that it's a different one.
Yeah, it's Future Eddie.
So, or somebody that he's related to or something like that. But I definitely, I mean, we know that Wells is definitely a version of a Reverse Flash. But I don't think that he's the one that was there that night.
Yeah.
So.
Because, okay, I'm gonna take over for a moment about Flash. Reverse Flash stuff.
Go ahead.
Okay.
By all means.
I'm tired, so this might take a minute.
She's always tired.
Shush. Okay. In the episode with the Reverse Flash facing off against Barry, he sounded like he'd been doing it for a long time. Okay, that he'd been fighting with Barry for a long time. So that type of person would know that Firestorm doesn't die or anything, because we know that Robbie Amell is going to be in future episodes. Therefore, Firestorm's
definitely going to be in the next episode.
Alive.
But I don't know about future ones.
Well, something came out that said Firestorm's going to get his own outfit. So, therefore, he's going to stay on for a long time.
Yeah.
So, therefore, he survives.
I don't know how many episodes coming up he's going to be on, but I know for sure he's going to be on the next episode because it's called Fallout, and it has Stein, and it has Firestorm.
Yeah.
And I saw the promo, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that means that, because Wells thought, he legitly thought Firestorm was going to nuke himself and die. He didn't think that the thing he created would actually work. He didn't know.
Yeah.
And the only way you wouldn't know is if you didn't really know what happens in Barry's past. So, therefore, it becomes official to me that Wells is not a time traveler.
He's from the future.
No, he's not. If he was, and he knows as much as he knows about Barry...
This is news to me. How can he not be from the future?
How can Wells not be from the future?
Yeah.
Because he didn't know about Firestorm. If he was such a fan of Barry that he came back in time to create Barry as the Flash with the whatever accelerator
particle
thing,
accelerator.
Yes. Then if he did all this like on purpose because he knew what would happen, then he would have known about Firestorm. He would have known about Plastique. He would have known about the people that.
But there are all these other clues that led to the fact that he's from the future.
Gideon. But that's something that could be sent back.
I'm totally confused now.
You can send. Okay. You can send stuff back in time. Like maybe future him found a way to send Gideon back to past him so that he would know, create this is what'll happen. Hey, look, and Barry will get struck by lightning, and you will have a superhero that you need to protect so that all this crap can happen in your future. Okay?
Okay.
So, that's what I'm looking at for Wells.
Well, because time travel's coming into it in the next episode, it's gonna really complicate things because they're gonna have all these other like future, past, future things going on, and they're gonna have all these timelines going on, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
you know.
So therefore, I can say without a doubt in my mind that Wells is not the time traveling Flash. It's the other one that is a time traveling Flash. Wells is not.
Zoom isn't the time traveling one, right? Or Professor Zoom or whatever.
Professor Zoom is the fan that traveled back in time, became evil because he went crazy finding out that he would become evil.
So he's not Zoom.
No.
Which one is he?
Zoom is the one that kills his mom. So
I thought that was Hunter Zolomon.
No, Hunter Zolomon is his friend.
Okay.
The cop friend.
Well, a lot of people are suspecting that Wells was Zoom. That's why
I know, that's what I was expecting. But because of this fact that he doesn't know who Firestorm is to Barry and the Flash...
Maybe he's just acting like he doesn't.
No! Like, I mean, he went... Like, how he was talking to Gideon,
mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to pretend anything around Gideon.
Yeah.
But he did. He's like, will this work? I'm taking my gun in case I have to shoot him because my plan might not work. That is not the act of a guy who knows what's going to happen in the future. That is the act of a desperate man trying to survive. Therefore, he did not know what was going to happen. He knew nothing about Firestorm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, which Flash is he then? Reverse Flash.
Flash is he?
If he's not
the
time traveling one, then which one is he supposed to be?
He could be Zolomon. I'm not sure. I don't know because the wheelchair and
he came out and flatly stated that he is the man in the yellow suit.
Yeah, he has a yellow suit. There can be multiple reverse flashes in one time period.
I know there's multiple reverse flashes.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just want to know which one you think he is.
I'm kind of thinking he's a version of Hunter Zolomon mixed in with something else, because with one of the others. Because he's in a wheelchair. I keep going back to that, but he's in a wheelchair.
He can walk though.
Yeah, but he's still in a wheelchair, and that's a big hint.
Yeah.
And the way he phases in and out, like his voice,
mm-hmm.
He was doing that voice thing when he was in his little dungeon room with Gideon. Why would he need to do that? Was that planned or was that an accident because he's losing the Speed Force?
He is losing the Speed Force.
But does he actually have the Speed Force or was it just, is he fluctuating between, in and out of time? Because that's what Hunter Zolomon is. He's a reverse Flash that got caught between time streams.
Maybe he is fluctuating.
Fluctuating.
Maybe. Because he's the one that constantly vibrates, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And the one...
Because
the man in the yellow suit was the one that was doing that.
Mm.
Like, when we saw the reverse Flash in that episode,
yeah.
He was constantly vibrating.
So you're saying that you think that the reverse Flash that killed Barry's mom would be Hunter Zolomon?
Well, that's what you were saying, too.
No.
But you told me that Hunter Zolomon was the one that constantly vibrated, and he was the one that was doing that in the episode.
Barry can constantly vibrate if he wants to, too. But you have to figure out who's doing it because they need to, and who's doing it because they don't have control over it.
Okay.
Which is hard to distinguish.
All right, well, I think we're going to be in for a big surprise.
Yeah, but I just wanted to talk about that because
because
the whole Wells thing.
I think it's in episode 15 when a lot of things get uncovered, that whole Barry and Iris storyline, and I think the big clue about Eddie is going to come out in that episode,
mm-hmm.
So we're going to find out the stuff about him and how he's connected to all of it, and maybe we'll get some more information about that, and because I'm kind of confused right now.
Okay. Well, if you're confused, then maybe they are too. What are you confused about?
Well, just because, all the things that we thought were true about
mm-hmm.
it are not now. And I'm just like, okay, well then what is he? Who,
mm-hmm.
I still don't,
okay.
get it. I understood it. Okay. I did.
Okay.
But now I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah, it just popped in my head that, I just realized as we were doing this video that Wells can't be the future Flash.
Okay, so he's not the future Flash, but he's still one of the versions of the reverse Flash. He's just not the one that killed his mom.
Exactly.
And I've known that. I've known that.
Yeah.
I haven't thought that he was the one that killed his mom.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
Mm-hmm. But I was thinking that he could be Professor Zoom even though he didn't kill his mom because he's just that weird. He like the way he portrays himself.
Yeah.
Made me think that he'd be that guy.
Exactly.
But he was an uber fan of Barry.
And Wells isn't. It was the opposite. Barry was a fan of him.
Well, no, because like, if you look at it as if thinking that Wells came from the future, then he would have came back in time to create the particle accelerator that would create Barry.
Okay.
Because he needs Barry to become who he is, so that in the future, in his original timeline, he would become such a fan of Barry that he recreates the accident, gives himself powers, the same powers.
And he didn't do any of that.
No. Because if he did, he would have been such a fan, he would have known about Firestorm.
Yeah, and he didn't know about Firestorm.
Which is why I'm saying Harrison Wells is not from the future.
Okay, this is new information for me and for a lot of other people who watch this video.
Yes.
Now that things have changed and this has been stated, what are your guys' thoughts about all of this now?